Now, the conservation, Steve, does that mean you can only take one lake trout home?
And in your possession at any one time.
Okay, so you have to bring one back and eat it, and then get another one.
Right.
Okay, just
Right.
one. One lake trout at a time.
One lake trout.
What about other species?
They're also reduced, pike, 2 instead of 6. And whitefish reduced to 12 instead of 25.
I think I could handle that. What about, you have bass up here?
Yes, we do.
Walleye?
No walleye in
No
this
walleye?
area. No walleye in this area.
So we need our driver's
Okay,
license?
That's just great. That's
Super.
right. That's right.
Sign us up.
Okay.
I'll see, I didn't want to waste my expected look. Finish that up, Bruce.
Not for you.
Yep. Finish that up, buddy.
Go ahead and dig in, Scott.
But this is Grant's breakfast. I don't eat Grant's breakfast. I'll have to pass this down to Grant. There we go. Got to make sure we got enough boat cushions and rods. And motors too.
And it will, but the hookups on it will hook to an Evinrude.
Well, that'll work.
So we can hook it to yours. And that way we won't have to,
Practical.
that way we won't have to, you can just take
Sure.
the hose and hook it up to your tank and to it.
Makes sense to me.
Okay.
Well, we ought to get this gear loaded.
John, you look like you're
Big duffel bag's practical.
We'll see how you're feeling about that when we get out on the trail.
Yeah? I'd still rather carry one duffel bag once.
We've got council.
A whole bunch of them.
Some weekends at this time of the year, it's nothing to go up and down here 10, 12 times in a day. And on through the summer, we have smallmouth bass fishing at the lakes back here. We bring our guests up, put them on the lake, fish for smallmouth.
Gary. Oh, that's what it's all about, taking the boys fishing.
Now we gotta wait till they come back with the boat, or what?
That's right.
Yeah, all the boats are on the other side of the lake now. So they'll unload those boats and come back with a couple more, and we'll put the rest of this gear in and then take it over. In the meantime, you guys ought to go down with John and see the powerhouse.
Well, like a lot of Canadian camps, they have generators that run their power. Sometimes they just use gasoline, propane gas. But you, John, have your own hydro station here, huh?
That's
Your own
right.
power station?
That's right. We built it here in 1984.
Well, this is the output.
This is the tailwater, the turbine here.
Okay, so that's why it's kind of twirling from the turbine?
That's correct. This turbine is a propeller-driven turbine, not a wheel.
Now, but this is just gravity. That I see the tubes coming down from a lake that is how much higher?
102 feet above us here.
So it spills down through the tube and into the powerhouse here. That's where it generates it?
Comes through the turbine, turns the generators, and that's where it comes from.
Now, what's the capacity of a power station like this?
We're generating at 600 volts, and if you look up here, There's a transformer bank just above me
yeah.
here. It's almost directly in the sun there this morning. We drive it up there to 2300 volts. We send it across the lake, another bank of transformers, and we drop it back down and break it up into 120, 240, whatever we want.
So all the cabins have electricity then?
That's right.
What did you do before 1985 or 84?
Propane gas, diesel generators.
Okay. So it's been worthwhile to you to generate your own power here.
Oh yeah, a lot of people said I was crazy. We were talking $250,000 here, and we put it in, and they said, "My goodness, I'd buy a lot of diesel fuel." I said, "Yes, about 10 years worth, and it's all gone in smoke and grease."
That's right.
The thing to know probably about these plants is that they're pollution free.
How do you mean?
The water comes through a turbine, comes back out through a pipe, drives the turbine. There's no oil, no grease, no nothing gets into the water force.
So it's a
So
lot
it has
cleaner
to do
then.
with Mother Earth. It's what do they call it? Friendly green.
Yeah.
Oh, we looked at that way back then. Pardon? Earth friendly. Earth friendly or friendly. Everything's going friendly.
As soon as this comes, you don't even think about it. You just automatically look cool. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean, Vern? You get real close to the camera if you want to do a Vern.
This side, Fred.
Trying to put it on the left. To the left of the tree.
Go that way. You don't just make it in whatever. 54, actually.
No kidding.
Oh, really?
This right in Marquette?
Yeah. 24-hour grocery store.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, both the 6s and the 8s weigh 54 pounds.
Scott, I'd give you a push.
How's the weight?
Oh, as you get closer to the top of the hill, John, it's damaging.
How'd you get stuck with this duty?
Well, there's 5 motors, and there's 11 guys. Wouldn't you think I'd have to carry 2? On the point as we came around the corner up through the lake.
Okay, do we want to carry anything down through the boat there? Loaded. We're going to get
boat's
loaded.
We gotta get that boat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, Bruce. Now that rock's only about 2 inches under there, so you only get wet up to your neck.
You want it flipped?
Yep, flip it this way. There you go.
That is the right one, the one that's leaving.
Go ahead.
You can get that one straight.
There's the fish right off of there. Smallmouth. Oh man, tell you Johnny, this having everything in one bag, a lot of people give me flack about it. Right here's my tackle box. I have right here my bucket that I sit on, all my clothes. We have pop in here, everything else. At least it keeps it all in one bag so nothing blows away, gets lost, falls out, gets broken. But it is a little heavy to lug. Let's go up and see the portage here. How you doing, Bruce?
Fine, Fred. Need a hand?
Well, no, I got it. I got everything in one bag here. Welcome to Rawhide Lake. Rawhide Lake was a welcome sight, and so was the sun. The weather had been pretty grim for the past few days, and we were all looking forward to a pleasant time on Memorial Day weekend. We just had to pick our boats and fish our way back to camp. How many boats we taking?
I think there's 2 men to a boat, I believe.
Okay. We made it.
We made it. We made it. This is it. Rawhide Lake. Tell you, if the weather holds, it's going to be awesome. I've fished a number of lakes and rivers in Canada, but it's always been for walleye and northern pike. This is my first trip strictly for trout, lake trout.
Rattles.
And early in the season, mosquitoes and black flies can be a nuisance. That's why we're wearing insect suits. But the bugs didn't turn out to be a problem on this trip. Crystal clear water. I started with a lure because I didn't want to use up any minnows right away. But nobody else was using lures. They all strung up the famous cowbell rigs to use with minnows. That is the traditional method.
What rig you starting out with, Scott?
Well, we got to get them all set up here. You run the lead core line and about 18 inches of monofilament from the line, and then you hook on these cowbells, and we'll try some half and half, silver and gold, and some silver and some gold, and we'll see what they hit. We'll see what they like to eat today. And then about 12 inches from the end of that, you hook another piece of monofilament on, down about 12 inches, and then a minnow harness with a minnow on it. And when you let them out from the boat, you have to let them out right at the side of the boat and make sure they're not tangled, and then you can, once the pull of the water takes it, you can let that stretch out, and you get down about 3 colors. In the spring, they're down probably about 15, 18 feet, depending on the temperature of the water. So we'll try them at 3 colors. One boat will be at 3, and somebody will be at 4 colors, and when we find out the depth, then we'll know where to go. And then the fun begins.
Now, how do you know the depth? Is it just knowledge from coming here year after year, or do
Yep.
you have some way of gauging how deep it is?
Well, you talk to the guys when you're coming in and they're coming out. You find out how deep they are, and everybody will let you know which end of the lake to fish and how deep the fish are running and how big they are. And of course, you can't believe a fisherman, right?
Now you need a razor, don't you?
No, I don't need a razor.
You don't need one?
No,
How long-
I haven't used one since 1944.
Oh yeah, what do you do? Just scrape it off with your fingernails or what?
That's what I generally do.
Now you guys were back here for how long?
For a week.
For a week in what?
Came in last Saturday.
Which lake?
Rawhide.
Rawhide. Okay. Did you caught a lot of fish?
Caught a lot of fish.
Like what?
Oh, we caught, I think we caught 73 altogether.
Lake trout?
4 of us. Lake trout, we did get a few brook trout. Carrying lake.
A good omen indeed. Did you guys
I
have
probably
weather?
shouldn't tell you that.
Why not?
We don't want that information out.
Okay, we won't tell a soul.
Don't tell us.
No one will ever know. You won't believe this. We just came off the portage, loaded up the boat. I had this lure on here. I tied this one on back at the launch site there, and I was trolling it, and I felt like I wasn't getting down deep enough. So I put on a Swedish pimple, good old Bay de Nock Lure Company lure, and look at this. I was just checking the bottom. I wanted to see how deep it was. Holy cow! Look at that go. Must be a lake trout. I put a Swedish pimple with a minnow on it, and I was just checking out to see.
Whoa!
Whoa! Come on, take my line. Take my line. Take my line.
Boy, you
Yeah.
you're worrying me.
I'm worrying myself. Oh, this is great. I just got it down to where I could feel the bottom, where it slacked up, and then I just started reeling it up a little bit, and wham! I couldn't believe it. Oh, this is too much. What a day! It's gorgeous. I'm not going to tell Scott yet, but he was right. This is a great trip. Man,
Boy, that thing's fighting.
it is. Now, we only have one problem here. It's called no net. So I don't know what I'm going to do. This is a real scrapper.
Try to pull this out of the way here.
Okay.
But he's not ready yet.
No, he's not. See, I'm finding it on, this is about 6 or 8, this is 8-pound test line with a spinning rig. But the only way to get down at the bottom where the lake trout are when you have a rig like this is to really vertically jig. So I'll try a jig sometime, but I don't know how I'm going to get this aboard.
Well, maybe I can help you somehow.
Oh, look at it. Isn't it pretty? Whew. Canadian lake trout.
I think he's.
I'll get him aboard here. I don't know if I dare put my. No, I don't do that. I don't want to get hooked myself in my hooks here. Yeah.
Scrap the lure.
Well, I might. Try to swing him aboard. He's. There we go.
Good job.
Oh, jeez. Isn't that awesome?
Yes.
Ah! Oh, man, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Oh, look at this, John.
Excellent.
This is like 30 seconds of fishing, having it down on the bottom and catching this. Oh, I am thrilled.
on the stringer.
On the stringer is going to go. Right through here. And in the water. Now I'll show you my rig. This is what I had on. In fact, I'm going to rig it up again here because I'm going right back over with the same deal. We got minnows here in the minnow bucket, and we're going to have to set some minnow traps, I guess, to catch some additional minnows. But I just took this Swedish pimple, which is normally associated with fishing in the winter, but it was actually designed to use as a summer lure in Sweden and the Scandinavian countries. And the way you do it is you drop it down to the bottom, you get near the bottom and you just pull it up and it flutters. I can probably show you how it flutters here. Show you how it flutters right with my lake trout.
The Swedish pimple flutters and sparkles in the water. The minnow puts out a scent, and lake trout found the combination worth chasing.
You what?
We've had a few hits.
Haven't landed them though, huh?
Oh, I got one. Gary had 3 on.
Oh, you did?
Gary had 3 on, and they got away, but it must be a knack to it.
Yeah.
But there's one. The other boys have 4.
There?
Grant and Greg, wherever they went.
I'll be darned. Huh.
How'd you guys do?
Oh, we just got one so far.
Okay, sounds like we've got enough for supper. That sounds practical to me, Fred.
To coin a phrase.
All right.
Waiting for us at the lodge was a real treat. A big cast iron skillet to cook up these trout. We also had many new experiences waiting for us in the days ahead. Stick around and I'll take you with me as our adventure beyond the Sioux continues.
Oh, yeah, that's what happens. Well, we could have guessed.